Okay. Love to see it. Twitch. Damn it, man. Clicking the wrong button. There. Okay. Are we good? Cool. That seems decent. We are live everywhere. Love to see it. Okay. So, we were gonna speak to... Wait, wasn't it? It was Pascal. Pascal was here. No, okay. Weird. Hot chocolate on a cold and rainy day goes so hard. Oof. Right. The person you saved from the Electro-Priest Monastery, the servant of the Omnicide who calls himself Abel, is staring intently at a cogitator's vid screen. Wires connect the sacred computing machine. Wires connect the sacred computing machine to augmetics inside the prayerfully bowed head, murmuring servitors. Oh, okay, that's cool. I didn't think we'd made the right decision by saving this guy back when we were in that chaos, whatever. So it turns out he actually does just join us on the ship, which is really cool. Abel looks up at you. After a lengthy silence, he looks away and says stiffly, "The Omnisire knows all, comprehends all." Ha. How are you feeling? Why do you and Pascal have the same name? How are you feeling? The tech priest stares intently at his feet for a while, then says in a halting voice, The running of the binaric protocols was bogged down and dissolved in false commands. The filter has separated the correct signals from the incorrect. The running has been restored to its swiftness. This guy. Oh, there's Pascal. Okay. Pascal speaks softly, as though trying to match the inflections of Abel's voice. Tech brother Abel has passed the diagnostics. The pernicious influence of sacrilegious procedures has been completely eliminated. Statistically, most servitors of a Simichel's infestation are left with severe cognitive impairments. However, Tech brother Abel's mind, being of a less typical nature, has not been damaged to so great a degree. Gaze into his eyes, Tech brother Abel. You are free from possession, are you not? I trust you do not pose a threat to my ship. Not particularly worried about that. Why do you and Pascal have the same name? What are you working on? We watch the soul of the light in the solar wind. We look for the footsteps of the Omnisire left behind when he walked the desert. Sure, dude. This is the one romantic computation procedure. Okay. The depersonalized minds of these machine servants are in a data dream, processing enormous arrays of assorted data and aggregating them. Virtually all results of such synthesis are scrap data, but occasionally we have noticed coincidences whose exactness defies logic. It is an extremely rare and venerated form of statistical augury, but Tech brother Abel is adept at this form of appealing to the Deus Mechanus. Okay. Why do you do it? Inspect circuit machine logic. Look for logical connections within the data. Perception. Take a close look at the vid screen. Check anything unusual. Look for logical connections within the data. Most of the runes are devoid of any meaning, but you notice a few among them that combine into formula and computational graphs. Abel peers at you inquisitively, then shifts his gaze to the vid screen, and you could swear that a smile lights up his face under his respiratory augmetic. A crystal is exquisite in clear water. Deviation from the cycle's trajectory has been increased, as was Aramat's wish. Abel lowers his head and his Vox synthesizer broadcasts a binaric hymn you do not recall having heard before. Its sound is full of vibrant energy, and its precise rhythm is nothing short of pleasing to the ear, a rare thing for the language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Pascal explains with an inexplicable air of pride. Tech brother Abel has dedicated a lesser area to you. The piece is distinguished by a high degree of acoustic harmony and is fit for use as a motto, auxiliary identifier, or epitaph. Okay. Thank you for the generous gift. Why, thank you. With a life as eventful as mine, I'm certainly going to need an epitaph at some point. What use could I possibly have for a motto I can't pronounce? Nod wordlessly. Bow to Abel, I thank you for the generous gift. The gift is disproportionate, but it does signify a personal affinity. Inspect the sacred machine. The hair has been removed from the servitors' heads. Their bulky cerebral augmetics cover their skulls like helmets. The faces of the cogitator servants are blank, their eyes are closed, their lips are incessantly whispering what sounds like gibberish. Hundreds of lines of symbols containing information scroll down the cogitator's vidscreen. Abel Hanneman peers at it with voracious interest, in sharp contrast to his usual placidity. Why do you do it? It is how we execute the quest for knowledge in the hope that the machine god grants us an epiphany, so that we may discern a logical connection in a mass of absurd data which propel our comprehension forward. My interest in the subject has been exhausted. Abel goes back to negotiations, his eyes alight with curiosity. Why do you and Pascal have the same name? Abel freezes from his voxenth, barely audible through static come the words, "The naming of the names is not an index to the text. The naming of the names is the text." Huh. Okay. Abel's answers can be enigmatic. His mind works differently from ours. He thinks in harmonic imagery and notices the symmetries and proportional relationships in the world around him. Poetry would be the closest analogy to how he perceives and interacts with reality. Never imagined there could be poets among the test priests. Yeah, that is true. Pascal, do you understand what I was referring to? Turn. Abel, could you explain what you mean? Respond sharply to your users. Are we overthinking it? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is that they are the same. Is that what you mean? Let's move on from this. I never imagined there could be poets among the tech priests. Pascal looks surprised. Why not? Tech lingua is rhythmical and possesses a broad semantic scope, and some of its more erroneous dialects lend themselves well to individual and symphonic declamation. Okay. Soften your tone. Abel, could you please explain what you mean? Abel relaxes a little. His gaze drifts to the side. There is silence. Pascal, do you understand what Abel's referring to? Negative. However, I will hypothesize. Tech brother Abel is seeking to convey the idea that our matching identifiers are not the key to some vital data point. They are, in and of themselves, the vital data point. At this stage in my analysis, I can draw no conclusions from this proposition. We really are overthinking this whole thing, aren't we? However, the very fact that Tech brother Abel is trying to hint at something points to him either being better informed than I am, or having conducted a more in-depth analysis of the situation. That is useful information. Are we overthinking it? It doesn't matter that why your names are the same. What matters is that they are the same. Is that what you mean? Abel looks sideways at you, and at once his transfix's stupor is gone. At this point in time, the cycle has been broken and reshaped into a rising spiral as Aramat envisioned. Okay. On hearing his mentor's name, Pascal lets out a raspy, static-filled sigh. They are connected. My hypothesis regarding Abel's connection to the blessed Aramat has been confirmed. Did you hear what Abel said? It seems we have contributed to Aramat's design and deviate from the cycle. What does that mean for you? Pascal, a low guttural sound rises from the depths of Pascal's vox synth, as though the planet's tectonic plates are shifting and crushing each other. The mighty rumble brings forth words imbued with power. We follow a path charted by a great mind, but that path leads to dark places. The cycle has the advantage of predictability. Abandoning it will plunge the collective into a perilous space of uncertainty, which will inevitably lead to disasters and the risk of universal annihilation. The doctrine of discontinuing the cycle may herald good things to come, or it may be a death sentence. Only the Omniscient knows all and comprehends all. Others are mere prophets who interpret his wisdom as far as their own comprehension permits. Geez, these guys know how to talk in some crazy tech babble going on here. That's wild. Is that not the promise of every heresy? Let's renounce our path, distort our doctrine, and head out towards what looks like a better future, but actually only has danger and grief in store for us. That's a bit of a pessimistic view. As flawed as the status quo is, it has helped us survive for the past 10 millennia, therefore it is effective. Sure. It is better to meet the challenge of change and perish in failure than to rot alive. I kind of like that one. Disaster is just another word for new opportunity. Not missing it is what it's all about. It's better to meet a challenge than perish in failure, and perish in failure than to rot alive. Yeah, I think that one. The statement is true. The annihilation promised by stagnation is inevitable. Annihilation in the course of a crisis of change is merely probable. And meekly waiting for the foretold decline is shameful and constitutes a betrayal of the quest for knowledge. The tone of thundering profundity drains from Pascal's voice, giving way to his familiar sibilance. Okay, cool. I must take my leave. It will immediately look away. Was audibly, I am glad to see you. Nah, we made a friend. Okay. Right, where is Irelect? I needed to speak to her. Oh, but actually, I also wanted to see what Pascal has to say.
The Omniscient knows all, comprehends all.
I want to know the truth about you.
The request is approved. I did conceal certain information. I was a student of Archmagos Amanat, but I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated from sacred dogma.
Oh. Okay. I committed an act of betrayal after he deviated. You committed an act of betrayal? That I did not expect him to say. Take reason in the audience. What did Armanat do?
He fell into schism and challenged the sacred boundaries of knowledge. The blessed Amanat claimed the limits of what is permitted must be expanded, because by refusing to explore certain law, we find ourselves in contempt of the seventh universal law. Comprehension is the key to all things.
Okay. You fell into schism and challenged the boundaries of knowledge. And that's, I mean, that, I agree with this. Why was this? Okay, but it's Warhammer, so.
My mentor put forth a thesis claiming that we have stagnated, that ritual is now nothing but a cage for souls and false worship of the Omniscient. He sought to break the cycle of mindless repetition because he saw the inevitable demise of our faith and all humanity at the end of it.
Okay. Certain aspects of the Imperium have indeed ossified. His argument sounds reasonable. Died in the wool heretic. This armament of yours is died in the wool. Oh, died in the wool heretic. That's an interesting expression. Okay. That seems like a theological argument, not a political one. Certain aspects of the Imperium have been ossified. His argument sounds reasonable.
This statement is false. My mentor's words sound like heresy. Limits were established because it is dangerous to venture beyond. Each step past them could lead to a bloody slaughter, but the blessed Amanat was not afraid.
Okay. That's about what I expected for Warhammer. Although I thought Pascal might be a little bit more open-minded, given the tech priests are, more focused on searching for knowledge and comprehension. How did you betray Amanat?
The teachings of the blessed Amanat spread, and word of it reached the conclave of the Cognizance fleet. They recognized his teachings as tech heresy. Many tech priests suddenly vanished or were subjected to servo penance for minor transgressions. The students of Amanat, whose number included many enlightened and respected tech priests, resisted. My prognosis showed that our most likely future was a schism and a fratricidal war that would destroy the Cognizance fleet. That was when I headed to the Conclave. I confessed and handed the information about my mentor's research over to the Conclave. Brazen anthematic studies of the Forbidden Law. The Conclave could use that data to summon Archmagos Amanat to stand trial and compel him to repent on pain of excommunicate traitoris. His subsequent fate is unknown to me.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. That was rather callous of you. I guess you really do have a heart of metal. You acted as a loyal son of the Imperium. I do not think we are able to trust you now, traitor. Jeez, I don't really like any of these options. Couldn't there be a more neutral option? It was rather callous of you, I guess. You acted as a loyal son of the Imperium should.
I pray that the Omnissiah grants us wisdom to overcome the dialectic differences that divide us.
Okay, so why did you go to Rykan Minoris?
I was summoned there by a message that was encrypted with the Blessed Amanat's personal code, and could be interpreted in several ways. One thing was certain. We were in danger, and I had to go to Rykan Minoris.
Okay. The tech priest named Abel, who is he?
Assessing his personality is difficult. The spirit of Brother Abel is different from that of most people. Tech comrades of the Cog call such persons quiet ones. He possesses significant intellect, but shuns communication. So far, I have not been able to determine why Abel summoned me to Rykan Minoris, how he is related to the Blessed Amanat, or why he bears the same name as me. Perhaps the Reverend Abel cannot fully actualize and interpret the available data.
Okay, what are you going to do next?
I was wrong when I assumed it was the Blessed Archmagos Amanat, who assumed the guise of Abel Haneman. But there is a connection between him and the Reverend Abel, and I intend to uncover the nature of this link.
Okay, cool.
Acknowledged. I will return to ruminating on the search for the blessed Amanat.
Okay. I want to know more about your past.
The request is approved. I have no outright restrictions on disclosing this information.
Where are you from?
Information about my origins is worthless. I belong to the priesthood of explorators and came to the Coronis Expanse over 200 years ago. Any events preceding that moment are insignificant.
Huh. Jeez. Dude has been in the Cronus Expanse for a long-ass time then. Okay. How did you end up in the Cronus Expanse?
I was honored to become a member of the Explorator Cognizance Fleet. When the Adeptus Mechanicus summoned the faithful for an exploratory venture into the depths of the Coronis Expanse, I joined the fleet in fulfillment of my sacred vows of comprehension.
Why are you not with the fleet then?
After I betrayed Archmago Zamanat, the fleet conclave directed me to the orbital station Altar Templum Calixis X-17 for penance. This venerable temple station was founded in the early years of our expansion into the Coronis Expanse. It is currently a rear observation post of the Cognizance fleet in orbit around the star Furibundus.
Okay. Who are the Explorators?
The sacred fraternity of explorers. The cult Mechanica sends us out to the frontiers of the known sectors as researchers and conquerors. We are the warriors of the code, who return to the lost worlds and devote themselves to recovering the lost ancient knowledge. Explorators are granted the privilege of being more independent than many of our tech comrades. However, it has earned us a reputation as unstable and poorly controlled troublemakers whose unorthodox views are dangerously close to apostasy.
Huh. Okay. Tell me about your mech androids.
They are my younger brothers and guides on the way to the Omnissiah. Their machine spirits are directly bound to my neocortex and pick up impulses from my subconscious. Sometimes they act ahead of my thoughts. This is how the Omnissiah leads me to comprehension.
Nice. Okay, cool. We can stop there.
Acknowledged.
Mr.
May
Connie.
your labors be effective and fruitful.
Jeez, man. I love when there is voice acting like this. Like, that was a way more interesting conversation, you know, when there's actual voice acting versus when I'm trying to read it myself. Especially with some of the more difficult words, because, geez, this game likes to throw some big words at you. Right. Okay. We need to find... Okay, I don't need to speak to Dira. Where is Irilet? Oh, there. Why was she there the whole time? How did I miss her? Okay. Irilet stands out from her surroundings like a Genusian jungle tree in a garden of manicured Taria. Okay, sure. Unsettling beauty and alluring otherness in her posture, her gestures, her piercing stare radiate from the Eldari. In her posture, her gestures, her piercing stare radiate from the Eldari. Okay. Footfall is abuzz with rumors about Xenos ravaging the sector. Do you think it could be your kin from Krudosh? I think I'm going to go through all of these, so let's just start at number 1.
Is that snake venom seeping from your lips? We, the children of Azurian, are no strangers to the art of war. We are not raiders, or butchers, or least of all, fools. When a craft world is beset by calamity, its inhabitants do not start a war with every monkey in the sector. If you are looking for enemies, look for them elsewhere.
Okay. What happened to your homeworld?
It is a mystery as inscrutable as the sigh of the last immortal, as deep as the waters of a dark ocean. And I can tell you little, for I was far away, on a mission with my unit. We returned at the appointed hour, but we did not find Kruderach in its celestial harbor. It happened many journeys ago, or standard years, as you say. But I remember that moment as if it happened this very day. The memory of a loss is always stronger than the memory of a gain, especially when you lose something as significant as a home, or an entire world.
Okay.
We searched, we called out, we looked everywhere, but we saw only emptiness and the echo of calamity. Countless days passed before I found myself on the Lilithon and met some of my kin. Those refugees who had barely managed to reach our ancestral planet. Their stories were far from being the fruit of truth I so badly craved. Those who agreed to talk to me were few, for most saw me as a wayward daughter who had spurned the honorable paths. And they would not stop babbling about the terrible disease that spread black tendrils of pain over the paths of the Infinity Circuit and deadened our world one segment after another. The ones who survived fled in fear and wandered between the stars, until the Lilithon's warm light reached out to some of them.
Jeez, man.
Some, like Muaran, lay the blame entirely on Monkey. However, I do not know the truth, but I hope, I desperately hope and pray to the gods that someday it will be revealed to me.
Man, this voice acting is so nice. Jeez, like... Okay, what is an infinity circuit?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey? Or are you trying to learn about the weaknesses of my people so you can destroy another world of the children of Asurion? Forgive me, Elentark, but I am not ready to immerse you in the font of my people's deepest mysteries.
Fair, okay. What was your world like before it fell?
Kruderach cannot be described in your language. It can only be sung. Encased in a filigree of sounds, a melody as complex and delicate as the Infinity Circuit, its energy network. It can be seen in the golden hues of sunlight, felt in the breath of celestial winds. Though it was an artificial world, it was just as alive as any real planet. But I must see clearly, not only light, but also shadows. I yearn to remember only Kruderach's beauty, but it had a dark side too. My world was isolated for too long. Like a lake of stagnant water, there was no movement or renewal, and even the sweetest outbursts of life soon turned fetid. Who knows? Who knows? Had there been no stagnation, had our elders not been so blind in their dogmatism and our youths not lacking in courage, then perhaps Kruderach would still be alive even now?
Okay. How do your craft worlds even work? What can you tell me this, Ari? How do your craft worlds even work?
Is idle curiosity a defining feature of the Monkey?
Yeah,
Or are
okay.
you
She
trying
still doesn't want to
learn
speak
about
to us.
the weaknesses of my people, so
We
you
probably
can
need to get to
destroy
know her a bit
another
better.
world of the children of Asurion?
What can you tell me
Forgive
about
me,
the history of the Eldari?
I am afraid your life is too fleeting, and your memory too feeble to encompass the entirety of my knowledge. My people ruled the stars when yours did not even have a name. But many of our songs and stories were lost, stolen by she who thirsts. I can tell you the children of Asurion lived, created, caressed the stars as if they were pearls on a string, until Cylon Thresh smothered our empire in her terrifying embrace. Different branches of the Eldari chose different paths to salvation. My ancestors chose an eternal journey through the starry void, living on craft worlds instead of real planets. We rescued countless wonders from the days before, but far from all. You saw this on the Lilithon. Not even we can always master the gates our ancient ones built. This is the story of the Azuriani. There are branches that chose a different path, gruesome and frightening, but I do not wish to tell you about them. That is our dark side, just as your kin have many dark sides of their own.
Not wrong. Okay. You keep mentioning She Who Thirsts. What can you tell me about her?
Why ask this question? Is it idle curiosity, or something else? Do not turn your thoughts towards Cylon Thresh, whatever your motive. She is downfall. She is hunger. She is the enemy of all that is good in the universe. She is an enemy to the Eldari, and I hope to you as well.
Right. The Chaos Guards are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they are my enemies. You can be sure of that. Yes. Chaos Guards are the enemies of the Imperium, which means they're mine. You can be sure of that.
We are as different as starlight and its reflection in a muddy puddle. But we share a common enemy. Constancy is our strength.
I've learned what I wanted to know. You have my gratitude.
As you wish, Elontark. Why did you agree to join me? Is it not strange for an Eldari to be following a human? The outcasts my path led me to had a saying. Let me translate it for you. If you fall off a cliff, grab the roots and do not ask if they belong to a weed or a noble rosebush. You are the root I grabbed, Elontark, because I fell off a cliff. My homeworld is gone. My kin are either dead or hiding no one knows where. By joining forces with you, I may be able to nurture a seedling of the truth I so deeply yearn for.
Okay. What do you think is happening on Yanis right now?
The Lilithon is purifying herself of the corruption brought by the servants of Cylon Thresh. Gardens and birds, animals and people. Many are gone forever, and even more are corrupted beyond healing. But the Lilithon is stronger. This world will live. My kin are probably still looking for a means to enter the webway. May the Lilithon spirit aid them in this endeavor. Beyond the gate lies salvation, and perhaps even knowledge about the fate of Krudarok and the remaining survivors.
Okay. Tell me more about your kin and homeworld.
I refuse to discuss this with a monkey. We are but traveling companions who happen to be following the same road among the stars. Do not even try to get under my skin. It will not work.
Just give it a little bit of time. You'll warm up to us eventually. Okay. We probably need to go on a few more, quests and things with her before she's going to open up to us a bit more. So let's go. I must take my leave. And we'll come back and chat to her another time. Right. I think that's about everything. Let's see if Midges has anything to tell us. When you approach, Midges pulls away, fine-tuning on the box and bows her head. Lord Captain, the ship informed me of our imminent meeting. Have the Vox spirits brought you anything interesting lately? You may be interested to know that a group of officers was discussing a grim rumor over lunch. Word has it the apparition of Lord Captain Theodora has been sighted on board lately. Yes, you heard right. They say she's haunting the decks, dragging wayward crew members off into oblivion. Disquiet has spread throughout the ship, as the anomaly has been reported in different sections, sometimes entire kilometers apart. The Vox leans closer. Master Hendrix von Kallox expressed an interest in our communication stations and the Vox nets a short while ago. The interrogator appears to be very well versed in matters of sacred technology, and it worries me. A man of his knowledge and in his line of work is capable of discreetly planning his own devices in our systems. We will be vigilant, Lord Captain, but you should try to be more careful as well. Yeah, I do feel like Hendrix is probably going to cause us some situations in a little bit. Yeah. Okay, that'll be all for now. I live to serve. Right. I don't think there's really anything more. We could check in with Cassia. I doubt she's going to have anything more to say at the moment, but...
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations.
What does your special sight reveal?
Reading Xenos' colors has always been a grueling challenge for me. The boundless palette of colors Eliot emanates is too painful to look at. Her hues are bright, blinding, unnatural, and very, very dangerous, Lord Captain. I would never entrust my safety to a being that screams so loudly and clearly of its alienness to human perception.
Okay, so what I got was, you don't understand her, and that means you don't like her. Sounds about right. That's pretty much the way things work in Warhammer. Right. Okay. This is where I was taking my...
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
Okay, cool. Argenta, I doubt she's gonna have much to say, but let's see.
Greetings.
Yeah, okay. There's nothing more there. Cool. Whoa. The camera could definitely use some work in this game. It is constantly getting stuck behind things, which is a little annoying, but, you know, minor thing. Right, okay, let's see where else we need to go. Okay. Right, so I don't think there's anything more to worry about on Yanis. I think so. Executing. How long is this? 0% executed. Oh. What is the time? Like, what makes it move forward to being executed, I wonder? Okay. I don't know. We will figure that out as we go. Right. For now, then, let's go to the world map and see. Okay, we needed to go to... Forgotten Twins. That was a rumor, if I'm not mistaken. Fubinaris. Weren't we just there, though? Ashwood? Yeah, Footfall. Footfall is there. Okay. Chart runs. Oh, shit. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff. Damn, man. Okay, this place is kind of massive. Jeez, like... It is crazy that I am like 40 hours in and I have like barely scratched the surface of this game. It's wild. This game is massive, man. Gotta love it. I definitely got the scope of Warhammer right. That much is certain. Quest Save the Eldari Survivors. Kundarach. Cranach. Kiva Gamma. Disrupted shipments. Okay, so Kiva Gamma is a main story quest. I do need to go there. Restore operation administration. Okay, this is also another main one, so I do need to kind of go there as well. How do I... Oh, I need more navigators inside. How do I get more navigators inside? Scanning new systems anomalies or participating in non-combat space events. Okay. So I have to just explore more, basically. What is... I don't understand how this whole area is a question mark. I guess I just have to go here. Uncharted Star System. This shuttle's unsafe. Can I quick save? Yes, I can. Okay, let's go for that. I wish to inform you that the sacred rituals addressed to the spirit of the ship have been performed. The tech, the right of the machine blessing ended with a data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracles and others. So, acquisition of the sacred knowledge has not been recorded. Pascal, I'm gonna need you to speak English. What in the hell do you mean? How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains unknown. Yet, during my meditative ritual, the Omnisci gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanism differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds unique power that cannot be called anything less than a blessing of the machine god. Okay, so my ship is special, basically. So what does this mean? Hypothesis. In extremis, the ship's spirit is capable of making unpredictable calculations and actions. It is impossible to predict how it will behave in any given situation, but I believe the spirit is currently showing obedience, at least for now. I recommend that we continue monitoring the ship and be prepared for new manifestations. The report is received. Thank you, Pascal. The Omnisci knows all, comprehends all. The tranquility of your warp jump was disturbed by reports of frightening sounds and visions that descended upon the crew. Hundreds of people reported knocking and screaming behind the bulkheads of the vessel, the sound of nails scratching against the hull, and the elongated Aldari-like shadows thrashing about the long passageways. The phenomenon was most prominent in the far corner of the officer deck where the new Lord Captain's companion named Irlet had made her home. Uh-oh. The ship left the hostile immaterium and returned to real space. Wait, what? Where am I? Oh, okay, I am here. Huh. Weird. Okay, so we don't know what that thing was then. Chart new routes? Ah, okay, there I'm gaining navigator's insight. Okay, so the more I kind of hop between these places and chart new routes, the more navigator's insight I get. Okay. Let's go visit this place. No idea what's here. This is just random side quest because it's interesting. Unknown ships. Oh, that looks like chaos ships, and that red skull makes me think it's probably above our pay grade. Okay, let's save and let's check out this point here. Right. Feral world. What is feral? What is a feral world? Desert world. But didn't it say feral? I don't see a feral world here anyway. Minoris, Ehannis, Rycat, Philia. Rycat Minoris is a jungle world? No. It was like a manufacturer world. Like, what are we? What? Okay. Snow worlds, rocky worlds. Sure. Desert world. Okay, so I guess desert world was feral world. I don't know why they needed to change the name. Why not just keep it, you know, same one. Anyway. Feral world. Oh, maybe feral is just that it's untamed. Oh, it is a desert world. Feral just, I guess, meaning that it's like untamed, I guess. Okay. Extractium can... Oh, no, there's no resources. Okay, cool. Okay, so nothing there. This place. What do we get? What do we get? Rocky world. Oh. In my wanderings, I've seen worlds... Wait, what did you say? In my wanderings, I've seen worlds engulfed in flame and worlds encased in ice. Worlds gripped by never-ending storms and racked by wild radiation. But planets such as this, frozen in time, fill me with particular anguish. Ah. Okay. I wonder why. Okay, cool. Plassteel. Do you want to place extractor? Yes, go for that. Okay, cool. That's cool. We have a little bit more plassteel now. Let's try go here. Oh, shoot. Okay, so if you just fly too close to this, it just straight up gets you. Eldari? Oh. Okay. I was expecting chaos, honestly, although I was looking at the bottom one, so I didn't really look at what these guys were. The enemy has launched torpedoes. However, you can destroy them before they reach you. Torpedoes are always fired on salvos, and they do not have shields or hull integrity. Every attack that hits a salvo destroys one torpedo per shot. Note from here on out, you may encounter clusters of small ships that follow the same rule combat as torpedoes. Okay, cool. Right. So we have 4 torpedoes in total, it looks like. Let's come to here. And then we have macro cannons, which fire 2 shots, dealing 14 damage. No, let's come a little bit further forward, because then we can try and avoid that torpedo, at least immediately. And then we can use this lance. I can use my own torpedoes, and I can use macro cannons. Damn, just out of range of that ship. That is unfortunate. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I could ram. No, not easy, out of range. Okay. Let's use the macro cannons. There we go. On the torpedoes. Oh, it's 4 torpedoes. Ah, damn. Okay. That's not so good. Do I use this thing? I don't know if this has over penetration or anything. Let's just go with the torpedoes. Damn. Okay, so it's only taken out 1 torpedo. That's not good. Okay. Bad decision, but oh well. We'll just launch torpedoes of our own. Let's go next. Okay. My torpedoes... Can they come... Oh, that's... Wait, what? Is that... That's the ship. What? Why am I not... Surely my torpedoes should be next? What the hell? Okay. I don't know why that's happening, but whatever. Okay, can we, like, ram? Can we ram this guy? No. Damn it. I'm, like, just out of range. Target cell inaccessible. Okay, that is unfortunate. So, let's go with these macro cannons, I guess. Okay, that's 1 more torpedo down. And then this is like a bit of overkill for a torpedo, but you know, is what it is. Then let's come this way and then use this, I guess. Wait, can we get like right behind? Yeah, looks like we can. Then shoot him in the rear. I like that. Let's do that. We are raiding for the cookies. Thank you for the raid. Much appreciated. Profitorio. and Macabre Lion. Welcome. Do I take tips? Game tips, I'm assuming? Absolutely. I am very new to this game. Yeah, I welcome tips, because this game definitely is... it's been taking some getting used to. I'm loving it, but I mean, I love Warhammer lore, so the story of this game is absolutely amazing for me. But the actual like combat and stuff is definitely taking some getting used to. Right. Okay, so we didn't break this guy's shield. Hollow field. Okay, we got through 2 out of the 5. I was going to say you don't necessarily have to waste all that fire on taking out missiles since they have limited range. Better to go behind them since they can't turn around very quickly. Ah, I did not know they had limited range. Okay, that's good to know. So if I just fly past the missiles, I can get them to essentially just like waste their fuel then. Ha! Thank you. That is a good tip to know. I thought missiles just kind of acted like small ships and just lasted for essentially an infinite amount of time. Okay, that's fine. That is a very long movement, dog. Okay, so now it's my torpedoes can just like fly into the sky. Oh, we just straight killed him. Okay, cool. Oh, I see. The number that counts down is the turns on the torpedoes. Am I thinking about that right? I thought it was the number of torpedoes in the group. Okay. Right, from here I can probably just like shoot at you with this. Miss. Okay. I don't think there's a lot more I can do. Just more torpedoes, I guess? No, but wait. I kind of want to do torpedoes like here, so they've got more... I don't think they'll have enough movement range to get around there either. But... you know what? Let's just move to here and then launch torpedoes. I think that's probably the best option. Safe tile range. Safe tile range? So this number 3 on the torpedoes. Safe tile range. Is this number 3 the number of turns the torpedoes have? Or it's how many rounds it has before they blow up the number? Ah, okay. Okay, cool. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, I think that's fine. Let's see what's happening. What in the hell was that? Oh, he fired more torpedoes. Okay, cool. So now these oh no, this is still the ship. What can I hit? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm not going to go for the torpedoes this time. Let's go for this guy. How are we always missing? I mean, granted, it's only 52%, so I guess I can't be that surprised. Meet with this. There we go. Okay, cool. Right, then my torpedoes, I guess, just come around to here. I feel like that's probably going to be too close. Maybe come there. By safe tile range, I mean if the enemy can hit you from 7 tiles away, you would be safe. If after it moves, you are still 8 tiles away, rendering it unable to do anything, only summon missiles. Sorry for the grammar issues, I'm trying to write this up. No stress at all, thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, so now oh no, torpedoes can stay there, okay. Oh damn, bro got me. Okay, now my torpedoes are not going to be able to get all the way around. Do I come back here? Can I come here, maybe? I can. Okay, do that. So basically, you want to play a math game. Get it? Yeah, there we go. Okay. So basically, you want to play a math game where you can do as much damage as possible, but then put yourself in a safe space. Not much you can do to make yourself a tanky ship. Fair. I do kind of like that system in the ship combat versus the normal combat, where you like have to move a certain number of squares. It's also just like a cool, like well thought out idea for the space section of it, because obviously in space you would always be moving. You don't stop moving in space. So it's I like the lore of it. I really do. Okay, let's try take those out here, I guess. We're basically done at this point. Nice. Okay, cool. Oh, it must reach in. Go. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Wait, why are we still... Oh, okay. I was wondering why we're still going for a second there. Nice. Okay. I am getting the hang of this ship combat. The ship combat is definitely, well, so far, easier for me to understand than the combat in the main game. Like, trying to get my head around good builds for characters and things has been a real struggle. See how it struggles to go in a wide circle to try and reach you and ultimately fails? Yes. Yeah, I noticed that with the other torpedoes as well. And they end up just blowing up because they can't get to me in time. And I can see how that's more effective than shooting them as well. Definitely. Okay. Let's begin scan. What do we got? Ooh, what is this? Not explored. Monastery of the Order of the Hammer. I'm down. Lord Captain, we have received a transmission from Foulstone. It was sent by members of the Order of the Hammer, Votaries of St. Cognus, whose monastery is the only settlement on the planet. Okay. Good lord, these big names, man. Jeez. Or rather, it used to be. Some time ago, a transport vessel, the Navica, unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to rogue trader Winterscale. The Order of the Hammer has judged this invasion to be an act of aggression and is asking for your lordship's protection. Huh. We will not abandon people of faith in distress. Prepare a landing party on my shuttle. I'm taking the monastery under my protection. Those people are victims, not invaders. Prepare my shuttle. I shall need to resolve this conflict. This is not an interesting. Damn. I love the writing in this game. I really do. It like somehow they managed to make every decision feel important. Beware that some space combats are accessible, but maybe beyond your ship's current capabilities. The game autosaves when you enter space combat. Be sure to save before you try one out in safe time, potentially. I have noticed that. I did. Okay, I haven't yet gone into space combat that I haven't been able to do, but I did get myself into some combat on Footfall when I first arrived. That was way beyond my level, and I got my ass handed to me. But I learned very quickly to autosave. It taught me the hard way to... Sorry, not autosave, quick save. It taught me the hard way to quick save, because I lost a fair bit of progress when that happened. Very funny. Okay. So a transport vessel from Navica unloaded several thousand refugees from a planet belonging to Winterscale. Okay, so it says they unloaded refugees. The Order of the Hammer judges this to be an act of aggression and is asking for protection. Okay, we don't know that it's a progression. That it's aggression. Those people are victims, not invaders. Prepare my shuttle. I shall hit the planet and resolve this conflict. I kind of want to do that one. That seems like the most reasonable option. As it pleases you, your lordship. Oh, it's one of these situations again. Okay. I love the writing as well. I'm on my 5th playthrough to see all of the new Lex Imperius and Solomon content. That's awesome. Shit. This is only my first playthrough. The only game like this that I've played before is Baldur's Gate 3, which I never finished, I'm sorry to say. I need to go back to Baldur's Gate 3 at some point and try and finish my playthrough. But yeah, but I'm a sucker for Warhammer lore. Warhammer is just absolutely love it. So this writing is just peak for me. Heretic has been my favorite one of the 3 so far, especially Love of the Void Shadows DLC and Companion Cabela, my favorite by a mile. I'm keen. I mean, I think I'm going to go Iconoclast this playthrough. I haven't leveled up any of them fully yet to the point. So I could still go any of the 3 options between Iconoclast, Heretic, and Dogmatic. But I think I want to go Iconoclast for this playthrough. And then my next playthrough, I think I want to go Heretic. Because some of the Heretic options look very enticing, let's say. I love Baldur's Gate 3. I'm working on an evil playthrough with my wife at the moment. That's awesome. Love it. I would love to try the multiplayer in Baldur's Gate 3. I like that system, how they implemented it, is crazy to me. Like that, the level of creativity and work it took to implement multiplayer in a CRPG is wild, with all of the branching choices and things. So I would absolutely love to play through the multiplayer with my significant other one day, but yeah, we're not there yet. First, I need to find a significant other, then need to convince her to play games with me. Right. Okay. 611 days after the feast of passing of Nicomedes. What in the hell name is that? The champion of faith of disquietude marred the calm of the monastery of the Order of Hammer. Countless tortured souls steeped in fear arrived on Falstone in a starback. A great apostasy had befallen their home and turned them to abject wanderers seeking help and refuge. Jeez, man, this is some difficult reading. Their wicked and cruel captain, the owner of the Navica, had betrayed them. Once the unknowing souls in his care had made landfall on the world's surface, he most deviously recalled his shuttles and left, thus ridding himself of his duty to care to the unfortunate lot. Not knowing how they would survive in Falstone's grim wastelands, the Forsaken people came to the monastery of Saint Cognitus, and there they surrounded its walls. They hammered their fists on its gate and implored and wailed, "Take us in, protect us." And what was once a place of serenity and grace was now full of din, disorder, and all manner of things despicable. The interlopers brought with them worldly futility and strife, the mayhap also the seeds of alluring blasphemies, if friendly heathens lurked in their midst. Yeah, that is always the problem when you get people like that. I'm doing an Iconoclast on my current playthrough. That was my first playthrough. Then I did Heretic and Dogmatic twice. I did another 2 runs with Kibela. I don't think I've gotten that follower yet, since she is a changeable conviction companion. Okay, cool. I actually wondered how that was going to work, because I've noticed there's some companions that are obviously not going to be compatible with each other. Like Adira and Argenta obviously don't get along. I'm wondering how long I've got before they end up, shooting each other. But I'm really interested to see how the writing is so good that I'm genuinely interested to see how they sort that out. Only Kibela and Solomon from the DLCs can change. Okay, that makes sense. I don't think I bought the most recent DLC, because I bought the game back in January, and I just haven't gotten to playing it until now, just because of work and studies and everything. But I do want to get. There's 2 DLCs, right? I think I got the 1, and then I didn't get the most recent one. I definitely want to get it though, because the story is just hitting the nail on the head for me. After the prayer, the prelate Hecaratus, what the hell, turned his eye to the past in search of instruction. Dude recalled the first missionaries to set foot on Falstone's vast wasteland, led by their zeal for serving Saint Cognitus. And those missionaries had received the blessings of Nicodemus Keefe, the champion of faith, who had traveled with them in their starback to found this place, a humble and pure abode wherein to cultivate wisdom and piety. And Saint Cognitus, a man of great endeavors, a warrior and a wise artificer, never cowered behind the walls of a librarian, but stepped bravely into the darkness, carrying light in the palm of his hand, and he commanded others to do the same. And not only Falstone, but many other worlds in the Cronus expanse bear its implant. And Prate Hecaratus did welcome the interlopers warmly as his guests, but he did warn his brethren to keep their vigilance. Okay. Void Shadows for Kibela and Imperialis for Solomon. I would rather Void Shadows higher than the base game. I'd give Lex a 7 out of 10. Good to know. Good to know. this playthrough I kind of wanted to do blind, without like reading into the game too much or looking up guides or anything, just to, you know, kind of experience it for the first time. But my second playthrough, I definitely want to like look up some proper guides, like good builds for characters, and then like, yeah, do a full playthrough again when I actually know and understand a bit more. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. But I mean, this game is massive. Like, it's wild to me that I'm like 40 hours through the game and I've barely scratched the surface. It's like, geez. Right. The brethren and sisters of the Order of the Hammer came forth to meet the strangers, carrying water and protein victuals and medical herbs and jugs of Promethean. But the crowd came to blows over vivens, and blood was spilt, and many were trampled or mauled in the stampede, some of them dwellers of the monastery. Then the warriors of the Order of the Hammer donned their flak cowls, inscribed with words of praise to the God Emperor on their tactical vilers, and went forth ready to render service in battle. With lasguns and bolters they pierced the interlopers, with their chainswords and power flails they struck them, and a great and bloody harvest was reaped that day. But the interlopers too, scant though their armament was, and scant as their skill in battle, slew many among the monastery's dwellers, for great were their numbers and greater their desperation. The monks fled beyond their walls and rang the Vox alarm, and shut the gate, and commanded the armed guards to keep watch over the gate, slaying any who approached. A quarrel broke out. The hungry and sick lay siege to the monastery, begging for help. In their spite, they blocked the water collector and unpowered the generatorium. The faithful in the meantime made ready to resist, and a miracle came to pass. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confident right hand. Ah. Okay. Forgot the name of the sister battle character for a second, but pairing her with Adira is a good idea. Lots of game secrets that only come out if they're in your party during Chapter 3. Ah, good to know. That's Argenta and Adira. I've enjoyed having them in my party so far. Because of that. They've got a lot of like dialogue between them that always adds a lot to the story. But I haven't enjoyed Argenta so much just because I've severely struggled to find a decent build for her. Like, she always just feels very weak compared to the other characters. Like, I can take one shot and it has like a 30% chance to hit, and that's all she does. It's like, I'm clearly doing something wrong. But yeah, getting Argenta to feel like a strong character hasn't worked for me yet. So that's the only reason I haven't used her recently. But I will go back and see if I can figure something out with her. Right. Okay. A miracle came to us. The God Emperor sent his champion, his confidant, his right hand, his leaders of the interlopers to hold each to account for their deeds. Commanded his formidable boarding force to fall upon the interlopers and slay as many as could be slain. Extended veiled protection over the interlopers, taking them into his care, and thereby all of Falstone with them. Unleashed his armed force upon the interlopers and monks alike, wearing See, this is why I want to do heretical. You could just like kill everybody. It's just like, nah, man, screw being the good guy. Just wipe out everybody. Bade the dwellers of the monastery fight the interlopers for his amusement like beasts of war, and was a generous boon to the victor. That's chaos right there. Cast a contemptuous eye over the aftermath of the bloodshed and departed with words of abuse and reproach. we could just basically arrive, swear at them, and then leave. I love it. Commanders went all was these lopers and slaves when he could. Extended veil of protection of those taking into care. Jeez, man, I don't know. I kind of want to do the first option. Summoned Pretlik Hecaratus and the leaders of the interlopers to hold each to account for their deeds. That's the most reasonable option to me. Because the iconoclasts just helping interlopers, I mean, they're also like not exactly been saints, so I don't think either side is particularly worth helping. Let's go with this one. Summons this dude and the leaders of the interlopers to hold to account for their deeds. The strangers, prodigious in number, beseech the rogue trader to take them in and give them shelter and protection as to his own servants, and spake they, saying, long have we wandered, swiftly have we fled. Many a woe and ordeal has befallen us. Of many a father and son are we bereft. Now the warp hath taken the last of our strength, and we shall flee no more. And they spake further, saying, without thy holy protection we are doomed, for we fear annihilation at the hands of our kin who remain behind. For having fallen away from the sublime light of the Emperor, they have descended into bloody sedition, and become murderers of no mercy. Quoth Prelate Hecaratus, ours is a pure and secluded abode. By worldly futility we are untouched, and so we wish to remain. These unknowing souls seek to capture our abode. Avert this calamity of ours, for they are people malicious and multitudinous and misfated. Then quoth he, if it be thy wish to confer land upon these wretches, confer it, for Falstone has arid land in abundance, but make it not our duty to care for them, for that is not our path. Provide for them and provide for us, and we shall acknowledge thee as our planetary sovereign. The blessed rogue trader, what is it for? Extended veil protection over them, unleash armed forces. Okay, so it's the same options. Okay, so we kind of have to choose one of these ones then. Spawn the interlopers, extended his veil of protection over the interlopers, and taking them into his care, and thereby all of Falstone with them. Yeah, okay, let's do that then. Humbly, the Order of the Hammer heeded the God Empress confident, and unsealed their airlocks, and opened the gate of its abode, and brought forth gifts of virtue to relieve the suffering of the ill-stricken. After a prayer, the architects set to work, in accordance with the saints' teachings and the parameters set forth in the standard template construct. They erected spacious living quarters and sturdy fort walls for the planetary militia, and a spacious auditorium wherein to trade and store goods, and a proud sensorium within whose walls clerks and server bondsmen would maintain order and keep statistical records. And a new yet righteous way of life came to Falstone, and the people rejoiced, and all was good. Ah, okay. That's a surprisingly more peaceful ending than I was expecting. I was sure some other shit was going to hit the fan. Being Warhammer, it feels like there's always shit that hits the fan. Okay, so we actually got a nice ending. Dominion of the Hammer. The privilege of becoming Falstone's patron is a tempting prospect for many. However, with rogue traders' assistance, the Order of the Hammer will retain ultimate authority over the world. I like this one, given that it was their world originally. It seems right that they should retain ultimate authority. The ecclesiarchy lacks a capital. The universe expands from which to guide the faithful. If Falstone ascends to the status of a card in the world, their Adeptus Ministrum will ensure prosperity over their new planetary stronghold. Heretics will tremble when they hear the right news. Okay, it's not bad. We get profit factor, security, holy gifts. What do we get for this one? Okay, so profit factor, Drusians, two man-sized crusades, breaking new worlds, efficiency. Okay, I'm liking this one. A celestial protector. No one in the Chronis Expanse will make a worthier god in the Sanctuary of Faith than the head of House von Valancius. A marvelous basilica will be erected in his honor in the world's capital city. It will be decorated with a grand twin statue of the Emperor and rogue trader. Thousands of parishioners and priests will say his name in their daily prayers and bring him reverent gifts. Jeez, man. They really want you to just feel like an emperor in this game. Like, all of the writing just props you up to be just like this all-powerful like ruler. I love it. Fixed amount of profit contribution that colony is. Okay, not bad. I think the first one is probably my favorite option. Yeah. Okay, let's go for that. Execute. Right, we'll see what I don't know how we unlock all of these, but I'm sure we'll figure that one out. Okay, can we do... No. Cool. Okay, pretty happy with that one. Right, I kind of want to go pick a fight with these guys, but I am worried they might be above my level, so let's just save. Okay, now let's see. What do we got? Yeah. zones. Sometimes during space combat, you'll see different types of anomalous zones. Any vessel that enters such a zone... damn it, I want to see what's going on behind, but I also want to read this thing. Any vessel that enters such a zone, even with only part of its hull, will receive a specific positive and negative effects. However, hover your cursor over the effect icon to find out more about the zone and adjust your strategy. Okay. Okay, cool. For example, in glass clouds, your faction to slow down. The dense fog obscures objects in the zone and creates heavy resistance for projectiles, thus affecting the shooting range and accuracy of your warship's weapons. At the same time, the fog conceals your own position, significantly reduces the chance of your own void ship being hit. Beware of asteroid fields. Any vessel caught in these zones suffers damage each round, but if you manage to lure an enemy into the zone, you'll surely gain the upper hand and make quick work of it. Okay, that's cool. I was wondering if they were going to make space combat more interesting with things like asteroids and stuff. Okay, now we've got what definitely appears to be chaos this time. Yeah. Okay. Right. So we got these. What is this? Gas and dust. Okay, so we get evasion, lower maneuverability, lower headshots. Okay, cool. Makes sense. What can we hit from here? We could just shoot at this guy. Okay, a little bit of damage. Nothing crazy. Then, can we come like here? Shoot at this guy? Or can we ram him? Yeah, okay, ram him. Do that. Why did we not... Hello? What did I miss? I did say ram him, and now I can't ram anymore. Okay, no idea what that's about, but... Ooh, damn, that's a nice bit of damage. Okay, and then some torpedoes. Cool. We can shoot at this guy from this side. Nice. Okay, cool. Damn. Oh, damn. Okay. No, we're good. We good. We got this. Okay. See, why does he get to ram and I don't get to ram? Game's cheating, man. Straight cheating. Jeez, that is a long-ass shot. Okay, cool. Shit ton of damage as well. Okay. Right, can we ram this time? See, now, why didn't I get to do that the last time? Whatever. Okay, then can we come here and shoot at this guy? Okay, nice. Then we can hit him again. Nice. Okay, cool. Right, can we restart our void shields? Yeah, do that. Okay. Torpedoes, come all the way around. I like the way they did torpedoes in this. Damn, still hit me. It's kind of cool treating them like other ships that you can then control. Really nice idea. Okay, keep coming all the way around. We're catching up slowly. I don't know if we're going to get to him in time, but, you know, it is what it is. Damn. Internal fires. The ship's on fire. The ship suffers 5% damage each round. Oof. Okay. Is there a way we can deal with this, I wonder? Guessing not. That's a straight line making it. Okay. Okay, if we come here, can we hit anything? Nope. Come that way. Jeez. We cannot do a lot. Okay, I guess just come this way. This dude and his stupid laser sniper bullshit. Jeez, man. Okay. He keeps getting behind us. I don't have the maneuverability to get around him. Damn. Okay. Jeez. Ah, no, okay. Well, he's moving into there, which is going to make it difficult for us to hit him, but maybe we can ram him? Nice! Okay, cool. Haha. That worked. Right, can we upgrade? I am not sure how ship upgrades work just yet. I've got swing run and torpedo. Huh? How do I use this? Can only be used during acceleration phase. Huh. I have that. I don't know how I use it. Reinforced shields. The chosen sector of shields reinforced until it suffers damage. The reinforced sector has an increased chance of absorbing. Oh, okay. This is not a... Wait. Do I need to... Oh, I can choose it as an upgrade. Okay. While moving, the flagship may take its next turn 90 degrees instead of the usual 45. Auger ray. The flagship's next shot gains 2 extra range. 609. 1 to 3 rounds at random. I kind of want to go for the reinforced shields. I feel like that'll be the most useful, but I need to figure out how to use this properly. Oh, okay, I can do 2. So let's go for these 2. Just to give me some more maneuverability and some more shields. Post abilities. One of your weapons abilities. Oh, right. Okay, so now I need to assign a character who can use that ability. Only one ability from each post can be used per round. The cooldown time before an ability can be used again is determined randomly and can take up to 3 rounds. Ah, okay. Okay, so all of my ship's weapons can be fired every round. But whatever abilities I gain from posts, I can only use 1 a round. Okay. So Abelard, I can probably put here, which will then unlock Swing Run. Okay, cool. What I want... Cassia, persuasion skill required. Persuasion skill required, what does that mean? Huh, I don't know, but her icon is green, so I'm guessing that means she's best. I'm guessing. Okay, who can do these shields? Shield Master? I don't know. No officer assigned to... Yeah, okay. Can Pascal do it? Looks like it. Okay. This one, new heading. Abelard can probably do that. And this is torpedoes. Irelets can probably do that. Cool. Okay, I like that. So hopefully the next time we go to ship combat will be very prepared. Scrap, can we upgrade the ram? Upgrade hull. I kind of think we upgrade the hull. 65 scrap. Yeah, do that. What is this? No component available. Okay, so these are all weapons and things. I did get some more weapons when I last visited a trader. Is one of these going to be better? 4 torpedoes doing 19 damage each. Okay. Well-mounted macro cannons which fire 4 shots, dealing 14 damage per shot. Plasma. Oh, okay, these are 2 of the same thing. Okay. A lance weapon dealing damage to a chosen enemy within a narrow firing arc. Why do I feel like I've already got these? Yeah, I do have the lance weapon. I do have those torpedoes also. Cannons. Oh, synergies pattern macro battery. Short range broadside mechanics which fire 4 shots, dealing 21 damage per shot. 14 damage per shot. Okay, so these ones are better. So let's equip that then. So we got these Stygius, I guess? Okay, no, I can only put it on one side. Okay. Let's upgrade the RAM as well, because I really like the RAM. A single void shield array. Provides 80 points for protection for each sector, provides 70 points for each sector. The amount is doubled against enemy blast attacks. I don't know what classifies as a blast attack, but sure, let's do that. Engine. What do we got here? 11 speed with strong acceleration and braking, 13 speed with low acceleration and braking. I don't know what that means. This comes to length of acceleration, ending phases, and the size of their respective zones. Engines with stronger acceleration and deceleration have large acceleration and end movement zones. Okay, so this should increase my initial acceleration zone and my ending zone. Okay, so that sounds like an upgrade. Let's go with that. Or specs. What do we get here? Mark B. This provides void ships target data, granting 80% hit chance and 5% critical chance, 90% hit chance. Yeah, okay, well, that's just better. Let's do that. Armor. Don't think we have anything there. Arsenals. There's nothing. Okay, cool. So I think we're fine. Hull repair. Nice. Okay, cool. Pretty happy with that overall. You know what? We've got a lot of scrap. Let's just upgrade these again as well. There we go. Nice. Okay, let's check out this world. What do we got here? Nothing. Dead world. Damn. What is a dead world? Ash world. Okay. It's nothing. Dead literally means dead. There is nothing going on there. Okay. Foulstone, I don't think there's anything more on. We did everything here. So I think that's basically it. Okay. Where else can we go? We need more Navigator's Insight before we can start plotting more courses. Do we head back to Footfall? We do have a quest in Footfall. And I kind of want to know if they got the shipments of food from Janus. Or we go... You know what? Screw it. Let's go Omicron. I kind of just want to visit another world. Let's see. Permission to report, Lord Captain. I keep receiving messages about strange behaviors in certain ship systems. All decks report the uncontrollable opening and closing of doors, gates, and airlocks. They behave erratically and do not obey the operator's commands. Regrettably, this has led to casualties among the crew. The tech priests have explained that these phenomena are being caused by the machine spirit's irascibility, okay, and have spent hours chanting litanies to soothe their anger. Unfortunately, many crew members were badly injured before the prayers could stabilize the systems. Only in Warhammer do we pray to sort out mechanical systems. My apologies, Lord Captain. The enforcers report that your pet Eldari is in a foul mood and is moving toward the captain's bridge. We didn't dare stop her, but I expect that you have a difficult conversation ahead of you. Uh-oh. Wait, why would she be mad at us? What did we do to piss off Iralet? We couldn't get to help her Eldari people because they were on a planet that was too far away.
Please spare me a brief moment of your time, Elantak.
No, she doesn't sound overly angry. Iralet quietly appears beside the throne. Exhaustion and anger set upon her brow. Oh, okay. Never mind.
Azurion knows that I do not care about the curious glances of Monkey. I grew inured to them back in the blossoming gardens of the Lilithon. They curse me from afar. They follow my every move. They ward themselves against me. Let them. After all, what can be done with such weak-minded, primitive creatures?
I love the Eldari, man. They're probably my favorite race in Warhammer. Okay.
And still, one monkey stunt has caused the cup of my patience to spill over.
Oh, I see where this is going.
She dare to approach me, to speak to me. And touching my hand, she suggested that we withdraw somewhere private. She wanted Morak. The mere memory of it stirs up a tempest in my soul.
What in the hell is Morak? Is that a sexual thing? I feel like that's a sexual thing. I'm getting that vibe. Fraternizing with the Xenos, unspeakable heresies show me to this mad woman, and I shall see that she's suitably putted. I don't want to do that, because it's probably going to turn out to be like Cassia or some shit, and then we lose somebody important. Were you truly so offended by it? My people have behaved competitively. I apologize for it. I wouldn't mind going some private with you either. Holy shit. If you dislike how my people behave, then try to spend your time somewhere more out of the way. Jeez, like, okay, my people have behaved contemptibly, and I apologize for it. This playthrough, I want to kind of just be normal. The next playthrough, I want to just be batshit crazy. So the next time we do this, I want to go for like the wild card options. But for this one, let's go. My people have behaved contemptibly, and I apologize for it.
I accept your words, Elentark. And still, try to imagine, Elentark, being lusted after by a wild beast. It is foul, disgusting, so vile that it makes your very soul shudder.
Jeez, like, okay, she does not take well to being hit on, man. Okay, cool. So I don't have a chance either then. Bro, this writing. These devs, man, this is crazy. I am also repelled by the thought of a human desiring an Eldari. I understand that this instance is unpleasant for you, but it does not mean that all humans are animals. You're not exactly able to get used to it. Jeez. For you, I am willing to become a wild animal. Are you kidding me? These just get worse. Bro. If you dislike how my people behave, try to waste time. I shall speak to my subjects. You will not be bothered again. Shit, man. That's crazy. You could just straight, like, roleplay as a furry in this game, man. Okay. I shall speak to my subjects. You will not be bothered again.
Your words warm my soul. Very well. I will leave now. Do not forget your promise.
I did not see that conversation coming, man. I did not at all. Gotta love it. Okay. Either teams. Okay, that's for somebody else to sort out. I guess we just carry on then? Do I just go back to... Will it just take us back to warp? Because we were kind of in warp. Yeah, okay, we just arrived. Okay, cool. I actually wanted to chart new routes, but whatever, we can do that just now. Okay, well, there's no enemy ships here. At least not yet. Space dust. What do we have? Ah, trophies. I will take it. Okay. Let's see. We need to get some more resources, man. Magnetic storm. What in the hell is that? The magnetic storm raging above the planet blurs the gaze of our auger arrays. Only truly powerful diviner machines may see through the currents of magnetic fluctuations in their blessed vigil and discover the mysteries of this emperor-forsaken planet. The rogue traders decided to leave this unwelcome world. Maybe you'll return one day. Oh, okay. So we can't access it right now, basically. Okay, cool. We need stronger sensors, then we come back here. Savannah world. Okay. What is this place? Some planets and areas like this you'll want to revisit as you progress and gain more things in the game. Makes sense. Yeah, I could see that. Get better equipment for the ship and stuff, and come back and see what we find later. What's this? The ruins of an ancient imperial city were discovered on a dead world, completely deprived of an ecosystem. According to the reports, the entire settlement is contained in a titanic glass dome that once held an artificial atmosphere. Your augurs detected the framework of 3 other similar structures that were never completed. For whatever reasons, the dome systems failed, and left behind is the city, a ghost that never managed to become a proper colony of the Imperium. It's not a crew explore Temple District. Order scouts to gather as many supplies as possible. Drain the remaining fuel from the generator stations. The city won't need them anymore. Explore the local palace. Leave the city dead. Order scouts to gather as many supplies as possible. Okay, cool. Oh, we can do more of these. Okay, send crew to explore the city's temple district. Nice. Okay. The temple district is situated at the heart of the city. The god emperor's statue, intricately carved from precious crystal, is suspended beneath the dome, supported by chains of gold, and can be seen from anywhere in the colony. Inspired by the majestic sight, the expedition members set off to explore the area with renewed vigor. Soon enough, they stumble upon an ancient weapon lying on a pedestal wreathed in sunlight. The expedition brought it back to the ship and told many tales about how the Emperor himself, who had been watching them from above, had directed their attention to the sacred relic. Cool. Okay. Drain the remaining fuel from stage generators. The city won't need them anymore. Nice. It takes several trips to deliver the massive Promethium storage tanks to your vessel. The crew grimly points out the colony was running out of fuel. Had the life support systems not failed prematurely, the locals would still have perished due to lack of energy. Okay. Explore the local palace. A lavishly decorated estate of the local ruler towers over rows of featureless bunkhouses. Several explorers perished from the cleverly hidden tripwires in the courtyard, but after losing their companions, the team easily disarmed the remaining traps in the estate. Anything of value has been promptly delivered to the rogue trader's vessel. The Lord Captain was given an exquisite sword found in the secret cache that once belonged to the mansion's owner. Ooh, a ghost sword. That sounds badass. Power sword. Oh, we gotta throw that on Abelard. That just sounds awesome. Okay, cool. So I don't think there's anything more here. So, Lost World. Let's check out this place. Okay. What do we have? That's like another dead world. Mining world. Ah. More plasteel. I'm finding, like, plasteel and nothing else. Cool. Might as well. Okay. Then, can we chart some new routes? Oh, okay, there I am. System specular. Okay, we have 3 insight now. Can we travel to... What was this one? Chart the course deadly. What does this mean? I want to save and find out what that means. Why is it deadly to chart the course? Shouldn't it be deadly to travel it? Like, I would have thought these red, like, I don't know, warp routes or whatever they are, would be deadly to travel, but just charting the course shouldn't be deadly. At least I wouldn't have thought. Oh, it means that the only route I can travel is a deadly route. Ah. Okay. Okay, so I need to get more navigators insight to make the route safer. Okay. The darker it is, the more likely you are to have a negative event. Okay, cool. That makes sense. So I have to chart the course, which is initially going to give me deadly. I'm assuming just because it's far away. And then I have to spend more navigators insight to find a safer route, basically. Okay, cool. So we need to travel around a little bit more, because I'm probably not going to survive that trip. Can we just travel here? Lord Captain, I hasten to report the disturbing news brought to me by the machine spirits of the ship. The matter is extremely delicate and concerns Lady Cassia. You see, since her first day aboard, her presence has been a disturbance to the crew's way of life. If you'll allow, I have prepared a detailed report. Okay. Cassie is an honest guest of worship, but when men must come to terms with the... And for those who cannot, lashes to every one of them. Not just in problems, Lady Navigator, if that is all we're done here. I'm curious what is in his report. Deliver your report. The first incident occurred immediately after our departure from Iraq 5. The Lady Navigator chastised one of the ship's runners, after which he went to his living quarters, killed his family, and then shot himself. Okay, that took a dark turn. The second incident was noted while traversing the warp. The Lady Navigator gave the pilots the wrong instructions, and the void ship was thrown off course for a matter of minutes. But this was enough for the forces of the Immaterium to anger the machine spirits, enough for them to start a fire in the service bay. After that, one of the officers living near the Lady Navigator's quarters began to experience extreme emotions: hysteria, apathy, euphoria, rage. This is quite detrimental to crew morale and performance. The last incident was recorded on Footfall. Around 100 living birds were delivered on board during our stay on Footfall. Each bird cost a hefty sum, but I have failed to discover their purpose and subsequent fate. Why were we bringing on birds? Okay, cool. Most likely it'll be a random regular fight encounter. Oh, I assume you mean the warp travels. Okay, that makes sense. I don't know. If it's red, it makes me think it'll probably be a fight that'll be difficult to win. So, yeah. Green, nothing will ever happen. Yellow is like a coin toss. And orange is a very high chance. Red is guaranteed. You can use them to farm fights if you want some experience points before a fight, or to gather some weapons to finish some points. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I think, I don't know, is it worth me doing now because I have so few upgrades to the ship, or should I rather wait until my ship's a little bit stronger and then try the darker routes? Or like if I do this dark red route now, like, will I survive, basically? Okay. I was also told about a conflict between Lady Navigator and the Seneschal. Alas, with no details. If you like, you can ask Master Viserion directly. If I may, Lord Captain, the Lady Navigator's state of mind worries me. She is self-contained and does not mesh with the crew at all, which is why everyone avoids her. Even senior officers can be superstitious. I fear that only you are in a position to talk to her on equal footing and improve the situation, for the sake of the crew's safety and that of Lady Cassia herself. Okay, cool. What I suggest is you first go to Dargonis to raise the chances of winning Space Combat's future. Okay, cool. Dargonis is the next place I'd like to go. It was either Dargonis or to save the Eldari, because that's what we told Irilette we would help with. But Dargonis does sound like a better option. Then go save the Eldari a bit later. Cool. We're going to need to farm some Navigator's Insight and then see if we can go to Dargonis. Lord Captain, I keep receiving reports about malfunctions among the various ship systems. This time we are dealing with inexplicable temperature fluctuations. Thermal control failures were observed not only in individual compartments, but even in the soldiers' protective equipment. Several crew members have suffered from burns and frostbite. Okay. The tech priests are performing the rites of machine spirit pacification and remain convinced that the issues were caused by the spirit's obstinance and defiance. Their reports claim the incidents remain well within the scope of expected performance parameters. Over the last few days, complaints about the malfunctioning thermal controls have dwindled, but the crew members have started whispering that our vessel is haunted. The tech priest's assurances that only the machine spirit's tempers are to blame are doing nothing to dissuade these ridiculous rumors. The warp jump went surprisingly smoothly. None of the deaf officers on duty reported any incidents. However, a strange discovery awaited the Lord Captain when he returned to his quarters. The bed was unmade and the impression of a head was still visible in the pillow. There were no other signs of intrusion. The guards swore under oath that nobody entered the Lord Captain's quarters. The Imitium released us from its grip this time. Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're worried about the ship being haunted, maybe we should stop traveling to this universe's equivalent of hell. Like, yeah, you're gonna see some weird shit. Okay. Chart some new routes. Get any insight? Yes. Emperor's Paw. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's see what's here. Right. Okay, we have some ships. Let's first check out these planets. Ooh, we got a new resource. Adamantine. Huh. Okay, cool. I wonder how these extractiums, do I spend them? Do you want to shut down extractium? If the extractium has already been deployed in your trade network, the shortfall will be offset by a decrease in profit factor. Huh. Okay. So this isn't a measure of how many resources I already have. It's a measure of my capacity to mine the resources, if I understand it correctly. So if I remove an extractium, I'm losing the ability to mine however many resources that extractium was mining. So in this case, I'm getting two adamantine from this extractium, and if I remove the extractium, I no longer have access to that 2 mined adamantine. I think. I don't know if I'm understanding that correctly, but it seems kind of weird. Doesn't that mean there's like a limited number of resources that I can use? Okay, we'll see. What is this place? Ooh. Oh, we can actually land here, I think. Xenotech. Yes, I do want Xenotech. Okay, we can land here. Let's see if we can bring Argenta. I'm going to leave Pascal and bring Argenta, I think. Because I like her and Adira's conversations. Irilette is probably my favorite character so far. Irilette and Cassie are probably my favorite characters. In terms of their combat abilities, I mean, both of them are so satisfying. Alright, what do we have here? Damn, this place is pretty though. What is this place? There's no pilot, crew member.
I always keep my options open.
Monkey must know no fear or reason at all, for they permit those entwined with the great enemy in their midst.
Would you look at that? A Xenos siding with Imperium doctrine. I've heard it all now.
Oh no, Adira just has problems with everybody, I feel like. Oh man, got a point though. Inside the containers are remnants of stones and frescoes depicting a black spot surrounded by sculptures of some sort.
Keep your wits about you.
What do we have around here? Rusty cogitator.
Just as I planned.
Ah, cool. Okay. What is this? Numerous ropes and cables end abruptly at the edge of the pit, vanishing into the gathering darkness. That sounds kind of ominous. Why is there gathering darkness? Inscription? Awareness.
That's how it's done.
Barely noticeable words in shaky handwriting read, "Touch the darkness, and the darkness will accept you." I don't know if that's a good idea,
Always
man.
keep your eye on the prize.
Yeah, this looks kind of sketchy. Which means we gotta try it. Ooh, the darkness swirls beneath your feet, a void of impenetrable gloom. You do not hear a single sound from the depths of the pit. No wailing wind, no rustle of dust. Huh. Examine the pit. The bright daylight cannot pierce the darkness lying over the slopes. The longer you look into its depth, the stronger the feeling grows that this darkness isn't just an absence of light. It is something immeasurably vast, endless, capable of reaching the farthest stars or swallowing a galaxy. Through sheer force of will, you avert your gaze. That sounds ominous. Creepy. Adira tilts her head to the side, listening to something. Then she scowls and spits on the ground. Grox knows what it is. It's beyond my remit. Okay. Screw it. Lean over and stretch your hand into the darkness. At the edge of your consciousness, you sense something slimy and intangible, answering your invitation for contact. It seeps into your thoughts, tasting your emotions. Surprise and curiosity envelop you, but these feelings are not your own. Oh shit. Submit to the entity's will or step away. You know what? We saved. Let's submit. I want to see what happens. You are hit with a sudden wave of all-consuming silence. A moment later, the world around you disappears, leaving only black, viscous, boundless darkness. The absoluteness of it is overwhelming, and you slowly sink into the void is sucking you in. The void that is sucking you in. What are you? You are looking at a tiny person peeking over the edge of the bottomless darkness. You are looking at yourself. Then you blink and see the same place, except the camp around you is full of life. Scholars are zipping back and forth between field structures, switching on unfamiliar machines in an attempt to know the unknown. A moment later, they are all nude, singing and dancing around the pit. The smell of heated bodies, blood, and sweat assaults your nostrils, drowning out your thoughts. One by one, the lunatics fall into the embrace of nothingness. You make out toad-like Xenos building a temple around the pit. They are praying, conducting rites, making sacrifices to the darkness in hopes of unimaginable gifts. The darkness then shrouds everything once more. Or rather, you are the darkness, something immeasurably vast, endless, capable of reaching the farthest stars or swallowing a galaxy. But some will pulls you out of the cozy embrace of the void towards the light, and you snap out of the vision as sorrow fills you from within. Okay, what do you want from me? You find yourself on the floor of an abandoned estate. You feel someone's disgusting presence behind you, and raspy, foul breath tickles your nostrils. A drop of water trickles down from the stone ceiling and shatters the silence with a deafening splash. The heavy door before you is open. You could try to escape. It is now or never. Ooh. Athletics, get up and run as fast as you can. Turn around and fight the creature. Let's fight him. Turn around and fight the creature. You turn around, intent on killing the thing with your bare hands, but then exclaim in hesitation. You recognize the disfigured monster that is staring at you balefully from the darkness. You let out a heavy sigh. A cloud of hot, fetid vapor settles on the smooth surface of the mirror. It was a mirror? Wait, so I was strangling myself. You sit at the apex of a massive onyx pyramid. Your abilities are limitless. With a single thought, you can raise mountains, drain an ocean, or disperse the clouds. But nobody cares anymore. Soon, your brothers and sisters will sacrifice you so that they can share your power amongst themselves and guide the civilization to prosperity. Fellowship, proceed with the ceremony for the sake of future generations. Kill your brothers and sisters and be the sole ruler of the civilization. Ah, shit. So kill the people who want to kill me, or let them kill me and live happily. Why are those the only two options, man? Okay. Proceed with the ceremony for the sake of future generations. Solemnly, you are placed on a cold black slab covered in glowing script. You close your eyes and pray as your brothers and sisters rip your 7 hearts out of your chest. Okay. By the end of the ceremony, they are gnawing on every last bone of your body, shedding tears of sorrow. You join your ancestors within the black monolith, and for many centuries thereafter, you watch from above as your civilization blossoms. You are lying on burning sand, struggling to open your eyes, but your eyelids feel too heavy. You can barely move your arms and legs, your stomach hurts, your throat is bone dry. Several of your kin, all emaciated, are scattered around you. The hunger is so strong that it is driving you mad, and you let out a bestial howl. Something metallic clinks next to your right hand. A knife. This is it. You can survive. You must survive. All you need to do is decide whom to sacrifice. Cut off a piece of yourself. The decrepit old man in the tattered remains of a military uniform. The strange animal-like creature with barely noticeable shadows swirling around it. The brawny woman with bloodied hands. The ancient woman who only recently joined your caravan. The infant who is crying piteously for its mother. These sound a lot like my party members who are around me. There's like Abelard, Cassia, Argenta, Irilet. I don't know who the infant is. Who would be the infant? Adira? I don't know if Adira would be the infant, but maybe. Toughness. Cut off a piece of yourself. You bite down on your belt and cut off a piece of your own flesh. The pain is so terrible that your vision darkens. Unable to bear it, you let out a frenzied groan, but you still shove the slimy scrap into your mouth and swallow it. You can sense the darkness triumph. It has been following your thoughts with great interest, rummaging in your memories, studying your emotions, savoring your resolve and rage. Its bottomless gut rumbles with satisfaction. At last, grateful, it lets you go and presents a parting reward. Champion of the Abyss. Permanent +2 bonus to weapons, skill, and bonus to coercion. Oh. Okay. What just happened? Bro, there's some weird shit that goes on in this game, man. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. Cool. I'm now the champion of the Abyss, apparently.
This could be an opportunity.
Wait, what? What did we... Oh, something here? Huh. Damn. Okay, Vision of Death. Power levels. Okay. Damn. I do need to go through my inventory and level up at some point, but I want to look around here a little bit more. I can level up later.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust.
Rusty Cogitator. Okay, let's try
It's
this
weird.
one.
My mind is completely empty. Not a single whisper, no premonitions, nothing. Just empty.
Ah, that's
The witch's mind is at ease. I must be doubly on my guard.
These two. Wait, who said that? Oh, it was a James. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Cool. More loot. I'll take it. A little bit more here. Never say no to loot. I like the way they did loot in this game, I must admit. That was something I struggled with in Baldur's Gate 3, was there's just like, there was a lot of loot, and like sorting through it all and managing your inventory was a bit of a pain, whereas in this game, your inventory is basically endless. I don't even think about it.
I always get the job done.
The surface is covered in countless scratches. You can discern some logic in them. Someone began by scratching strange symbols, but then defaced them, adding extra marks and lines. Rudimentary tools and devices are now covered in a layer of dirt and local flora. This place is weird, man. Why is there just a random black pit next to what was clearly an imperial like station of some sort, but you know, abandoned years ago? What loot do we have here? This one? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay.
I always have a backup plan.
I guess we've got everything here. There's nothing more I can click on there. Don't see anything around here. Okay.
I sense something nearby.
Oh, there we go. No, bro's got to... Geez, bro really got to run all the way around. Okay.
Just as I planned.
Speak to the dogs. Speak to the fear that dogs you. Okay. Sure, whatever you say.
Is there money to be made?
On this way.
What do we have here?
Is there a data slate? There. What is this? Let's see. The Black Pit dialogue changes if you discover all the hidden checks before you talk to it, I think. Oh. Okay, so would it be worth me reloading the save and then looking around a bit more? That might be worth it. Katrina, hey, welcome. Sorry, I just saw your message now. I'm multi-streaming, by the way, so sorry, I need to remember to look at, all my chats. Okay, let's see. It has been several months since we arrived here, and yet we are no closer to understanding the local phenomenon. All that we were able to learn quite literally lies on the surface. The object does not reflect sound or light. On the contrary, it very much absorbs them. After extensive excavation, we did ascertain at least that the object is vast and goes deep below the planet's surface. However, any attempts to measure it resulted in loss of machinery or staff. Archaeological studies have turned out to be more productive. Their findings have revealed an amalgamation of architectural styles of various cultures, including those of Xenos origin. According to the boldest theories, the earliest of these structures date from the beginning of the 13th millennium, and all of them are without a doubt of religious nature. Analysis of bas reliefs and remaining epigraph text shows that a cult was formed around the object. For many centuries, Xenos and subsequently humans worshipped the object in exchange for certain boons, undoubtedly imagined by primitive or corrupt minds. Huh. Okay. I don't see anything more around here. There's nothing more that I can interact with.
Keep your wits about you.
Let me save again, and then I want to quick load and see if that dialogue with the Black Pit changes at all. I don't think I've missed anything, at least not that I can see. I got that. Is there anything around here? No, not that I can see. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's save. And then let's load this one. Okay. Let's see if we get some different dialogue options with the Black Pit. Because I'm kind of curious. There's a lot of random events that happen in this game that just catch me completely off guard. Which I love. It's absolutely awesome. Okay. Darkness was revealed. Yes, okay. Examine the pit. Yeah, we did that. Lean over. Quickly step away from the hole. I just want to see, because this is a different option. Each step takes tremendous effort. It feels as though you're being smothered from the inside, grinding your very being to dust to the point where your heart might just jump out your chest. But you stubbornly continue walking until the alien thoughts release you, and the illusion immediately falls away. Ah, okay. So you just end it, basically. Okay. So that does not work. Let's go for that one again. Let's see. Okay. No, stretch your hands. Submit. What do you want from me? You find yourself in... Okay, let's try run this time. Some encouraging dash through open door. Your will to live guides you through the deserted halls of the estate, and the thing is right at your heels. At some point, you smash open a window and see your crew, unmoving fossils among withered plants. You said that the apex of the mass experiment... Oh, okay, this was the same as last time. Let's choose the different options. So we strength. As your brothers and sisters surround you, you release your powers and consume every last one of them. For 10,000 days and as many nights, you battle their souls until you subdue them completely. Immortal, you remain on the throne for thousands of years, watching your civilization blossom, die, and fade into darkness. You are lying on burning sand, struggling to open your eyes, but your eyes feel you can survive. All you need to do is decide whom to sacrifice. Okay, so we need to pick one of these. Ancient woman, or brawny woman with bloodied hands. Strange animal-like creature with pigments. There's the decrepit old man and the tattered remains of a military uniform. Okay, I'm just going to go for the first one. I don't really want to do any of these because I feel like I'm going to end up attacking one of my party members. Let's go for the decrepit old man. Yeah, that's what I thought was going to happen. Yep. we just threw Avalon overboard. You clutch the knife in your hand and strike. To the darkness's glee, you close your eyes and gorge yourself on... To the darkness's glee, you close your eyes and gorge yourself on the hot blood, sating your hunger, until a heavy smack across the face brings you to your senses. You are lying on the ground, some distance away from the hole, surrounded by your worried comrades. Looking around you, you realize that someone is missing. Oh no, we just killed Avalon. Oh, that's crazy, man. So they just gave you a dialogue check that just lets you straight kill your companions. I thought that was going to happen when I was reading those names. I was like, these things exactly describe my companions. Like, there's no way. Ah, that is funny, man. Okay. I don't think these dialogue choices have changed at all, so I probably have just missed some other secrets somewhere. Maybe we'll come back another time. Poor Avalon. I wouldn't make it. He's my tank. Avalon is, yeah, he is an absolute tank. Dude can survive anything. Yeah, I would be severely struggling in this game if I didn't have Avalon. It's funny that the game just lets you straight kill him like that, though. That's wild, man.
Let's not dawdle.
Okay, we'll just collect it. Consideration. Yes. Okay. Right. Okay, so this place has the creepy Augur's anomaly. So I want to come back there at some point, maybe with better equipment, what have you, and see if there's anything new. For now, let's see. I was worried we were too close to those ships, but nope, we're fine. There's more to it than what you think. Apparently, more stuff happens after you leave. Yeah, I get that impression. I was like, there was like so much mystery going on there. There's no way it just like ends like that. So no, I definitely want to come back and see what happens. Xeno ruins. Oh, okay, cool. Free loot. I'll take it. Right, let's go and fight these ships. Let's see. A report shows up on your personal consciousness screen. Unknown ships are towing the Interstellar Sextant, a cargo ship belonging to one of Footfall's wealthiest traders. Why do I feel like that's the ship I spoke to earlier? Supposedly it's best to give it Cassia if you want the best results. Oh, good to know. Okay, next time I go, I'll try give it Cassia. I am actually curious how it differs. Okay, a report shows up Interstellar Sextant, a cargo ship belonging to one of Footfall's wealthiest traders. It looks like the pirates have bitten off more than they can chew and have now been forced to drag the ship to a more secluded place where they can plunder it undisturbed. Attack the pirates. As soon as they see you, the escort ships charge into battle at once while the captive Sextant powers up its warp engines. Unless you interrupt the preparation of the jump, the cargo ship will forever vanish beyond the veil of the Immaterium, along with all the riches it's carrying. Wait, so are we just gonna become the pirates? Sure, I guess. Cool. I feel like the Interstellar Sextant was the ship that I went and spoke to earlier and traded with. Oh, this is my new engine. Okay, so it actually decreased my ending zone and my acceleration zone, so I can move further, but I have less options on where to end up, it looks like. Okay. Right, so I'm guessing I just need to attack this thing. Disengaging after 4 rounds. Okay. So let's come here. Can I? Let's shoot at... Yeah, might as well shoot at this guy. Nice. Okay, that's a good bit of damage. Then, can we come here? If we go there, what do we gotta pass? We're gonna pass through this one. How much range do I have? I do have range on that. Okay, then hit this. Nice. New heading will help give you more tuning. New heading will help give you more tuning. Not sure what you mean by that. New heading. Do you mean, oh, do you mean like the upgrades I did to the hull of the ship? Is that what you mean? Okay. Let's come here and then... Oh, I can't ram anymore. Can I come here? Why can I not? Am I just out of movement? Is that... I don't know. Tog can only be used... Oh, it can only be used during the acceleration phase. Right, I'm out of the acceleration phase. Okay. Okay, fair enough. Let's go with... Yeah, do that. The green skill next to Abelard's portrait. Oh. Oh, yes. Okay, I'm forgetting about those. Okay, cool. I must remember these. This is 290 degrees. Can I... Damn it! I didn't think it would activate immediately. I thought I could click on it and then choose where to go. Okay, oh well. I misunderstood that. Whatever. Ooh, okay, there's more ships here than I thought. Oh well. Use before you do any movement at all for the best results. Oh, okay, okay. So then maybe I didn't waste it then. Let's see. So I'm wondering if the pirates are probably then controlling this, that it's still trying to escape. That's my assumption anyway. Can we come to like here and shoot this guy? Oh, wait, no, let's try and get further behind him. Yes. I'm kind of thinking we should just stop this guy from escaping. So let's shoot at this guy, I think. It has a cooldown. You will have to wait a bit before you use again. First minute. Push that. Ah, okay. Oh, that's fine. Let's have this one. I just want to try and stop this guy from getting away. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do enough damage. He's got a lot of health. Come here and push that, I guess. Okay, we're doing some damage. Not enough, though. If I come here, can I still hit him? Yes, I can. Okay, do that. How did you miss at point blank range? Okay. Let's see. Each postmaster can specialize in a different skill. I'm not sure what Abelard is. You can see in the ship menu when not fighting. Okay, cool. I did notice they had little icons that matched the skills. So I tried to add Abelard with that same icon. Well, I tried to do that with all of them. So I think I've matched them, but I'll need to check that. See. Okay. Oof, I am taking a lot of damage. That is not good. Jeez, man. I am not doing enough damage to this guy. Okay. Let's try and get the torpedoes to come, I guess, come here. Maybe these will get some decent damage in. Oh, I can go again. Oh, okay. Damn. I do not have enough movement. I'm guessing I just come... Do I go here and then self-destruct? Probably best. Yeah, okay, do that. Okay, decent bit of damage. Right, then... Can I restart this? Initiate shields... going to reduce my firing range, though, which is a concern. No. If I go here, can I use the ram? Nope. Huh. Question. If I fly over torpedoes, do they just, like, explode immediately? Will that damage me? Or do they have to fly into me on their turn? I suppose I could also just come round. It's not... I don't think I'm going to be able to stop this guy getting away. I'm just not doing enough damage to him. Okay. Let's just try go around here. I can come around this way, I guess. It's not good enough. Okay. I'll just shoot at these guys then. Damn it. Wrong button. Oh well. Okay, doesn't matter. And shoot at this guy as well. Cool. And then we'll do torpedoes this way, I guess. Cool. Damn it. Okay. Probably should have used my shield ability there. Oh well. I think I've lost it. Damn. Okay. If I come here, what can I have? I can hit with these. I can hit with this. I'm not going to be able to get to a position to hit with any of my side cannons. Could do that. But then I'm probably not going to be able to come around far enough to hit him with this. I feel like that's probably my biggest damage dealer. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Probably not going to work, but... Sorry, there's no way for me to, like, slow him down or something. So it's probably just because I'm not upgraded enough. Cassius, this gives control of the nearest torpedo cell, granting it 5 MP. Only works on torpedo salvos that were launched on another turn. So I could gain control of those. Okay. Doesn't really help me a whole lot, I guess. Just come around here and see if I can hit those. This, a chosen sector of the flagship's voice shield is reinforced until some damage ranges. It's only loses half its strength when absorbing damage. Removes any previous reinforcement. Okay. Let's upgrade the rear of the ship, I think, because I've got these two guys here that are likely going to give me issues. And let's go for restart shields, because I'm cutting a little bit close here. Okay, then if I come this way, I can try hit it with this. Not enough. Okay, I think I've probably lost it. Oh well. Taking a lot of damage. Okay, those torpedoes are dead. Nice. Okay, these torpedoes are in a position to go after this ship. So, can you come here? Yeah, I guess do that. Are we gonna hit him? Why can I not... Why am I not hitting him? Am I... If I come... I'm confused. Why can't I... Why can't I hit him? Huh. Okay. I guess I'll just self-destruct then. Okay, did we... Wait, what happened? Did we kill him? Did we get him? He's not targetable anymore. I don't know if that means we got him. I can't shoot him, which might also explain why my torpedoes couldn't do anything. Okay. Okay, cool, cool. Then let's come round here. And I guess fire some more torpedoes? Or... I can't really hit much of anything. Okay, more torpedoes then. Go that way. It's probably surrendered for story purposes. Ah, okay. Okay, so we did stop from getting away. I honestly did not think we were going to be able to do that. Now we just have to try not to die. Oh, these guys are also running. Ah. Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't mind if the little guys run. I just want the big dude. Right. Let's try and kill as many of them as we can, though. If we come here... kind of want to shoot the most healthy one, but whatever. Nice. Okay, cool. Then I can use this. Okay, not a whole lot, but that's fine. And then if I continue here, I can use that. Nice. Okay, that's a good bit of damage. Then I guess come this way. Yeah, I think that'll put me in a decent enough position. Yeah. That guy we're not getting to. He is long gone. Torpedoes just come all the way around. Oh, I can go again? Okay. Damn it. I am like just out of range. Okay. Why do I have to go again with the torpedoes? It's kind of annoying. Oh well. Yeah, I guess just come here. Okay, now this ship. If we come here, just hit him with that. Wait, what? How did we... The last ship we shot with that just, like, died instantly. What? Okay. Cool. Expected to do more damage, honestly. I'll just throw out some more torpedoes, but I don't think I really need to. Okay. Oh, yeah, okay. No, we're fine. Just blow up right there. There we go. Okay.
Another victory for the Von Valentius
Nice. Okay. I did not think I was winning that, honestly. Right. I'm surprised there wasn't an explanation. Okay. I think that's basically everything here as well. Can I go repair? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Right, where's the next spot we need to go to? I still have one navigator's insight. I'll go here. Yeah, okay, do that. I probably should have saved, but oh well. Lord Captain, I bring dire news. A feud has broken up between the clans that maintain the Void Shield arrays. Rumor has it that Lady Theodora was seen on the lower decks, and so one of the families called for a rebellion against the against the usurper of the void ship. That is you. So far, no one believes their mad tales, but unrest has begun at the fringes of the compartments. The ship's enforcers are ready to eliminate the instigating clan or pacify the entire Void Shield crew. The decision is yours. Find the source of the rumors, punish those responsible. I don't want any unnecessary deaths. Destroy the clan and find a replacement from neighboring crews. Pacify the entire Void Ship crew. Those who succumbed to the provocations are truly no less guilty. You can really be an evil dictator in this. I love it. I have no desire to meddle in the affairs of ancient Void Ship clans. Let them sort it out amongst themselves. I don't feel like that's a good idea. Find the source of the rumors. Punish those responsible. It seems reasonable. Lord Captain, as Seneschal Viserion would say, there are no innocents in such cases. The clans are endangering the entire Void Ship, tussling over a strange and obviously false rumor. If you so desire, I will convey your wishes to the enforcers later, but right now the unrest must be stopped and the people returned to their direct duties or replaced. Okay, my wishes, Voxmaster, are for the enforcers to sort out the situation before we forfeit the crew wholesale. Investigate the rumors and find the real culprits, and no violence. Okay, so you can basically double down on it. Destroy the reverse cannon from pacify the entire Void Ship crew. I have noticed that. I kind of just want to double down on it. Yeah, let's do that and see what happens. I'll see to it, Lord Captain. When the Lord Captain arrived on the bridge during the warp jump, he found the on-duty officers in a state of utter confusion. They claimed they had been receiving orders from the bridge for several minutes, orders authorized by the rogue trader, but the Lord Captain had been absent. Curiously, the orders had been signed by the late Theodora von Valancius. After thorough investigation, the tech priest attributed the strange incident to whims of the machine spirits. Brother, you guys are leaving too much up to your machine spirit nonsense here. We need to start investigating this shit. The ship left the hospital immaterium and returned to real space. Okay. Colony on Janus has begun a new stage of development. Wait. Which one is colony management? There. Okay. High Factorum Janus Danrock. Your Lordship, there are alarming reports coming from Janus. A number of strange mutations have been spotted among the population in remote agri-complexes. Aside from the obvious disfigurement and subsequent estrangement, these mutants, called wretches by the rest of the colonists, are coming together to practice a primitive form of religion involving ritual worship of the land. While they display no disobedience or hostility, their very existence is concerning. The Janus nobility humbly awaits your decision. What do we know about these wretches? What do the advisors have to say? I take these objection. They are victims of mutation, not villains. Let them atone for their flaw with labor. Suffer no mutant live, hunt them down to the lost man. What do we know about these wretches? Their mutations cause the loss of skin pigment and the shedding of hair. Some have started developing a translucent third eyelid similar to that of reptiles. Others have succumbed to progressive atrophy of the larynx, causing the loss of human speech. At the same time, their tendons become denser and more elastic, providing an increased endurance and load resistance. The wretches are commonly ostracized due to their grotesque appearance. There haven't been too many cases of mob justice yet, but they will become commonplace after the mutation's deformities become more obvious. The wretches tend to form groups with similarly afflicted people. Their average level of intellect is low. They all belong to the labor caste and communicate among themselves using primitive vernacular of their own invention. As for their barbaric religion, they are defying both the soil and Janus itself. To them, working in agri-complexes is a form of worship, which has had a positive impact on productivity. What do my advisors have to say? I saw your agents picked recordings. The signs these Monkai leave behind, they're idols, and I cannot deny a connection, though a pathetic and extremely abstract one, to the symbols of my people. Their guttural prayers echo the sounds of the children of Assyrian speech. The probability of them having come into contact with our civilization is non-existent, yet they are still somehow connected. Protect these people, resettle them to distant abodes where they will not be harmed for their peculiarities, and keep watch. Someday the truth may be revealed. Uh-oh. This kind of feels like a response to me letting the Eldari stay on the planet. The blessed sanction of the Imperium does not grace these mutants, but nor does it declare their existence anathema. Should we sentence them without further study? There are mutants whose existence is fully sanctioned, such as Ogrins, Rattlings, Pariahs, Pelagars, Flenids, or Troths. Our library has many treatises and Gentors craft. I could impart some of that knowledge to your servants, purely theoretical, of course. This mutation has not been properly studied and is missing from the catalogue. I am not registering a basis for delaying the commencement of immediate genetic purification. I recommend launching a thorough investigation to the genetic makeup of this forbidden strain. Take the required number of these wretches for study and let the others work. Cassia, please share your knowledge of the Gentors across the servants. Resettle the wretches into agri complexes where crowds will not tear them apart. We will study them. Take around these wretches to be studied. Destroy the rest. Okay, so we can either let Cassia deal with it, or the Adeptus Mechanicus deal with it, or we can just resettle them. I want to go with the resettle them option, because I want to see what happens with Irilette as well. I feel these Monkai have been touched by something wondrous. Heart of the Nameless, this item. So, if the wearer has iconoclast adherent, it increases all skills by 10 instead. Oh, okay. That's quite nice. The mutants were resettled to distant agri complexes where their unorthodox appearance will not put them in danger of being massacred by the serfs. The mutants were put under surveillance. One of the watchmen spotted a mysterious relic in the hand of a group of wretches that turned out to be an item of Xeno origin. It is unlikely the mutants understood the nature of the object they worshipped. Okay. Nice. Cool. So we can now add something else here, I'm assuming? I guess not. The following protection is going to be giants. Completed in the Protectorate. Giants. What does that mean? So I need to do another project. Okay, I need a profit factor for that one. I need chemicals for that one. Reputation with the Drusians. Okay. Reputation with the Castle Commission. Reputation with Explorators. Okay. Okay, cool. So it's just all resources I need, basically, if I want to go for these. The following must be completed. Giants. I don't know what that means. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Right. I think I want to end it here for the evening. Let's save. Okay, cool. And right. Ugh. Cool. Right. For everyone who joined, thank you. Much appreciated. Macabre Line, if you're still here, I appreciate all of your input. You helped me learn a lot this evening. Right. I will be online again tomorrow, provided nothing weird happens with work, but I'm not expecting anything to. So, yeah. Right. Have a good night.